Fooling the raza, do me a favor. Two favors. One, hit that like or hit the dislike. The dislike, I call the chinga tu madre button. It's fine. Somos raza, somos chicanos. We're used to the shit talking. We're not easily offended. It's not that serious. Hit the thumbs down or hit the thumbs up. That's all I ask. Gracias all the day oneers, everyone in the members only. We'll go ahead and run this. Let's run this live. It's Friday. Está bien. The atmosphere is a vibe. I hope everyone's been making as many memories as possible porque se pasa la vida y uno nunca sabe. Like, I don't know. You never know. This could be the last live from your boy, so we're gonna live it all the way. So make sure you're making memories. Pero ya está the fall, cabrones. My phone won't stop blowing up just because it's not even a quarter. I think it was a 1/4% interest rates that dropped, and now my phone is blowing up like AT&T Central. So I've been busy, man. I've been busy. So Raider Tommy's in the casa. I appreciate you, cabron. I don't want to digress. I do want to stay on. What we talk about during this live right now is that the IE Foos have tapped in. I got to keep it a buck with you. It feels a little bit cheesy when I say foos. I don't know. That's just me. It's because I know where the word comes from. And I don't know. It just sounds a little cheesy when I say it. I don't know. So I don't want to say foos. I'm not going to call them foos no more. Only in the caption and only right now. But the firme gente from IE, and I think this is because I have to give credit where credit is due. This is probably Snowman's influence. I mean, just keep it a buck. This is probably Snowman's influence. And so, gracias to Snowman, of course, it's about networking. It's about growing. It's about getting that stock up, that brand up. And if you're trying to, be a public figure and if you care about the internet and whatnot, right? So, because of Snowman's influence, I think I got half a dozen IE gente that I want to be in next September. Mexican Independence Day. So, official announcement, because of the feedback, I am definitely running this thing every September. As of right now, Warzone is our main sponsor. Warzone Boxing Club has opened their doors. We've been to their Arizona facility. Now we've been in SoCal. Now they have another one. I believe it's in Rialto. And just to be honest with the gente, ni sé dónde está, man. I mean, I limitedly traveled as a youngster, so I don't even know where Rialto is. Some people will ask me, is it LA? I don't know if it's LA. I don't know if it's North. I don't know if it's San Fer. I don't know if it's San Gabriel. I don't know. But it's Rialto. They have 2 locations in SoCal. So right now we're going to stay with Warzone, but half a dozen froggy individuals from the Inland Empire have tapped in with me now. And yeah, I think I'm gonna give my knee a rest, right? For the next show, I'm gonna give my knee a rest. I still can't even bend my knee. I can't even do a 90-degree like that on my knee. Still, when I go to like a 45, the pain shoots. What happened to my knee was, I think I told Mile High it was an MCL tear. No, I looked at the paperwork again. It's not an MCL tear. It's a meniscus tear. And it's an MCL sprain. So it's a meniscus tear by MCL sprain. You know what? To be honest with you guys, I'm glad at least it happened to me and not Cholo Trucker. Because Cholo Trucker, he probably would have had to take they told me 4 to 6 weeks. He probably would have had to take a month or maybe more than a month off. Again, I don't know. I mean, I'm just saying, if it hurts the way it hurts, I've been having this shit throb since the 13th. I mean, throb. It's only gone from like a pain level 10 to like a 8. I've been sleeping with it throbbing because they want to give your boy 600 ibuprofen, 600 milligrams. Y esas pinches pastillas have been known to cause hígado failure. Failure to the hígado. If it's not natural, don't put it in your pinche cuerpo, gente. But anyways, I haven't even been taking that. I'd rather have the pinchy pain. But again, at least it happened to me and not Cholo, where he would have to take 6 weeks to 8 weeks off of work. Or 4 to 6 weeks, they told me. But anyways, going back to the IE Foos. I know in the comment section, it's been real popular. Okay, all, the SoCal, most of them are SoCal, right? Podcasts. In the comment section, has been real popular for LA Foos to want to talk shit to IE Foos. I'm not stirring up the pot. It's not even my area. No conozco a nadie. I'm making contacts as I go, as a business and family man. Okay, I'm making contacts. Um, I know there's an online thing. If they wanted to materialize, we could do a team LA and we could do a team IE. Okay, I will more than happily put that together next Mexican Independence Day. It's just an idea. I don't know. These things usually grow legs by themselves, right? Like Cholo says, he said this one grew legs, right? I was gonna be out there exercising. Cholo was gonna be in the same area, and that just started growing legs the way it did, and it turned into like 30,000 people seeing the snowman fight on YouTube. Okay, I think my biggest video was like a money sign Suede video when I ran into one of the correctional officers at the dry cleaners on the south side. And I never been to Soledad. I only been up the hill. And I happened to ask him, I said, hey, what yarda did that happen on? And because it was breaking news, like I was trying to stay on top of it, but I just do this shit as a downtime. I put that out as a video and that got like 56,000 views. It's probably the one that has the most, but but Snowman and Mile High getting it on. Mile High already has a fight. I think it's on the 25th of October. Ghost, what's up? Mile High already has a fight. I think it's on the 25th of October. I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Denver. I don't know if he's traveling or not. I think he's going to smash. I think he's going to control because he's a boxer. It's a way. Even though I know it's, I was there to start your journey, cabron. I'm honored by that. It's still so much to learn, way. So much to learn. I didn't even have my jab down until probably a year. A year of drilling 1,000 jabs on the bag. I had old school coaches. One of them was a Vietnam vet. All he wanted to hear was rock music. Era Chicano el way, but he loves rock music, right? You play rock music now, they want to cancel you, huh? You want to be a gabacho. All right, let's get back to it. So next September, gente, the feedback has been so good. I might say, hey, does anyone want to do a Team LA, Team IE? I mean, we might as well just tap into that. It's already there. I'm not trying to put fire on there, but I will say this. We're not going into this thing if we can't be men, shake hands, and show respect. Anyone that pulls up, gets in that ring, and says, you know what? I'm a rep Team LA. You know what? I'm a rep Team IE. Get in there and throw those hands. If it's just one round, even if it's one round. You did the damn thing. You did it. And you never know. I mean, they show up, they show out, a star is born. At least you'll have, like this, like Snowman's, you can see 30,000. The people like that content, man. I would love to just be ringside like Oscar and just have the beautiful, smoking, sexy, hot wife, looking hot as hell, sexy as hell, and just be watching fights, man, and bringing that over to you guys, man. And if we do any kind of pay-per-view, is never going to be past $5 or $10. Milk is still 8 bolas in there. So I want to get your thoughts on that. What do you guys think? LA versus IE? We could do a 3-on-3. I mean, depending how many people show up, a 4-on-4. But you'll come repping your area. And maybe we'll get some, we'll include that in the poster. We'll make a little design, And you know what? I had someone commenting, oh, Mikey, you're pandering. Man, check this out. I done put a post out there. And it said, go ahead and let me know who's popping in the podcast scene. Content creating scene, influence scene, where I'm at. Which is, I'm exactly like, if this was California, this is the middle of California right here. This is where I'm at. I'm in Salinas. I'm in the middle of I'm on the equator of California. That means if you want to see how much region is southern and north, I'm in the middle. Exactly east of us is Fresno, okay? So we'll make designs. We'll make even a Team LA design. We'll make a Team IE. Of course, we'll use, it'll be badass. The designers get down. But that's what I'm thinking, because I already had half a dozen gente from IE says, I don't know why I missed that event. My bad that I missed that event, but I want to run it at that event. Now, understanding this, there are all kinds of different levels. Okay. Most content creators get off the couch, don't have hands like that. And I don't want you to think bad about that because I'll tell you what, at least it's a real pelea. Most people actually appreciate the average Joes that jump off the couch because that's a real pelea there. If you got average Joe, and I'm not saying that disrespectfully, but it could be content creators, right? And it could be content creators that want to boost their stock. That's why they're coming on. I'm not saying you have to have a minimum of 10,000 on all platforms or no, none of that. You know what I mean? I'll let you get in the ring. You want a piece of the action? Me, that's the boxing coach in me. Me if I was a boxing coach, I'd be like, of course you're gonna get in there, get a piece of the action, and get it for Team IE or get it for Team LA. But I put a post out there and I said, who's popping in my area and who's popping up north all the way. I'm not talking about, like right now I'm on a phone. I'm not talking about the phone warriors. I'm not talking about the phone warriors or be in your backyard with a little banner or putting things on a wall and you think you've made it. I'm talking about who has real show, who's really popping. And all I heard was crickets on that post. So again, and the youngsters know what's up, man. The youngsters are the ones that pinche youngsters are, oh, stop playing, Mikey. They know what they say, pinches cabrones. Ain't playing. It's all been unity. It's all been love. All unity and all love. North, South, California, Fresno, Baja, California, safe journey. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. I'm taking a break, but I was letting the people know, death row, that's a death. What's going on? I don't know why death row didn't have a pinche. There you go, death row. I just took care of you, my boy. Way overdue. My bad. Dispensa death row. I was just talking about half a dozen people from IE checked in and said, why don't we just do a LA IE thing, 4-on-4, 5-on-5, quick rounds? And the reason they're quick rounds, one, no one wants to see a pelea where like back in the days they're at the carnival and they're swinging like this, 2 miles an hour. No one wants to see that. That's one. Okay, so someone commented, oh, yeah, we give them a break. Maybe we won't go past 2-3 minute breaks. I mean, if that's a deal, but I got to be able to see them come back because some people, peleando cabrones, I don't care if you run 10 miles a day, 20 miles a day. That don't help you. The only way to learn how to pelear is pelear. Get in there. Yesterday we had sparring on Thursdays. All right, so LA Foos, IE Foos 2026. Your thoughts, let me know. And anyone else wants to come, that's fine. I really think we could actually do a NorCal Foos team. I think we could do a NorCal Foos team. Absolutely. Again, the only people I deal with are level-headed family businessmen. That's it. If you're not a level-headed family businessman, stay away from me. Don't, you know, because at the end of the day, it's familia, es Dios, familia. And then add the cultura. So we're going home to our families, like Bobby G said. What about Bobby G, man? He's been busting down. Shit. You seen Bobby G? Bobby G lost like 60 or 40 pounds and got shredded. Bobby G from Street Post Exclusive. Man, and I know he has the mouthpiece, so that's why he was blessing us with the mic work. I'm rolling you out, homie. That's right. Got it on. Chale, he says I'm rolling you out. Rolling, you talking circles. That brochure isn't growing. LA Foos and IE Foos would be a good one. If NorCal comes in, NorCal Foos. You know, NorCal, we can always do a show at home, which is right here. That makes it more inconvenient for anyone that comes down south. But have we done it? Absolutely. I mean, we did it like 3 times, 2 or 3 times last year. You want to see the videos? I'll drop the link. I'll let you know. I'll drop the link. It's on the backup channel. Go to the backup channel. It's called Chicano Street TV. Go to the backup channel. There, you'll see all the peleas that we have at home. It's easy to do it at home. It's no thing to do it at home. Someone was commenting and said, "Oh man, how do you throw events and some?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I don't throw events. I'm from the streets and I know how to put these fights together because I am amateur. I am USA boxing. So see them, do them, judge them all the time. So it's easy just to put the thing together I see." I like the idea though. LA Foos, IE Foos. Tell me what you think. I don't know. Of course, I'll put the invitation out there to the podcasters. Absolutely. They're number one. If they want to get involved, I have another idea. How about this? Here's another idea. How about we do a belt or a trophy for best podcast? And then each podcast sends their best peleador or representative who you think is froggy, who you think is going to represent you the best. How about each podcast send someone and we'll run something? Baddest podcast in California. Again, I'm talking about in California. I know there was this one cabron. He was going in on Lucky from Hoodstocks, and I think that's why there was a reaction to where Lucky said the internet is where cowards hide. I think he was reacting to this guy that I think the hater world even did a reaction to the video. You know, it is real easy to get ballsy and grow a pair if you're 10 states away. Now anyone se puede conectar to the internet. But if you're going to go to the internet, because again, I don't know it to be true, but what it looks like to stir the pot for views and content, to stir the pot, you might not want to put your mouth on someone that has a lot of respect in the streets. That's my prescription to these cabrones that want to come on the internet, talk about California where our toes are touching every day, right? Our toes, not their toes. And I think on the hater world, he said he made like 6 videos. Ice Cube said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. When I saw that cabron, I'm like, I get it. That's the business model. Talk shit, go after people. I get that. What about this one right here? Damn, look at the scent. It smells, man. Shout out to Lucky from Hoodstock. This thing smells like lemon and pine. I mean, this is... telling you. I had to put that in the ride real quick. I'm probably going to, for sure, I think I'm going to take next year off. I don't know. The next thing you know, I want to get in there. All right, let me see what's going on. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that one, the reaction to that. You know, another one, I would like to also get in there. The invitation is open because I really have no ill will toward the pendejo. Yes, he's a pendejo. Yes, he's a chomo. Yes, tocó una niña. I don't have ill will. Others might. Again, because I don't think the same as a pinchy little teenager no more. But others might, especially if he goes behind the walls. That's a whole different world. He hasn't been there since all these things arose and these things came to light this year. But if this guy Chester, the rubber chicken, if he were to pop up and say, you know what, I'll handle business with anyone that wants to handle business with me. And then he tells me, well, you know, it just has to be a safe environment and blah, 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 and don't stir the pot and all that. Oh, absolutely. Then I wouldn't stir the pot at all. Get inside of there and line them up. And I'm one of them. Just 60-second round. That's it. You know, it don't take more than 60 seconds to touch someone's chin. That's it. That would surprise the shit out of me. I'd be like, oh, shit. He's really about it then. Just get in there and handle it. American continent natives. I know, cabron. It's still been circulating on social media. I put a comment on an IG influencer's post. She's very influential, and she does have the point of view, the stolen land point of view, right? And I totally agreed with this dude who's just shoving a lady down to the ground. Oh my gosh. Whoo. You should already know how the raza, how we approach that. That's nothing to argue. We're not gonna debate when a man puts his hands on a mujer. That's not debatable. That dude put his hands on una mujer. Oh my god. So yeah, the administrative stuff is a wrap. They should be doing everything they did. They suspended the pendejo. He's under investigation. All of the evidence is out on the internet. We already know that. The raza shouldn't be confused on our position on that though. You put your hands on una mujer, we call you a cobarde. And that probably comes from the pinche ranchos de Mexico, way. It's probably our tios or our grandparents or our abuelos and shit that, you know, maybe they would run it all the time, run fades, and it's hands, you know what I mean? And then my dad did tell me at some time it was fuscas, so everyone had a fusca too. But if a woman, and I could imagine, estás en los pinche ranchos, you're throwing chingazos with 5 dudes, whatever. If she ever got her hands put on her, or, I mean, much less, I mean, hands put on her, not shoved to the ground. Whoo, man. I guess you know what I say, right? Go says debate. Would we ever have debates on the podcast? I would. Don't get it twisted, Ghost. I don't just have, you saw my last guest was a very popular TikToker, conservative. I've had both. I've had brown berets on the channel. My thing is not, I'm not pushing, this is Chicano too. We got to represent the raza, right? I'm not here to push anything on anyone. I'm here to engage discussions. That's it. Let's talk about that and go from there. But yeah, most of the guests might be blue, but I try to always even it out with red guests. But would I have a debate like Hoodstocks? Oh yeah. I think Lucky was on it at the debate. I think he had good questions. I think he was ready to go. You just, you can't control how they're going to debate. They talk over each other. How sharp they are. Obviously, Ricardo won that debate. I mean, if you don't think Ricardo won that debate, the only reason you might say Ricardo TCO didn't win the debate on Hoodstocks is because he sounded a little more neutral than when he was on Foo Community or even the Hoodstocks before that when he was by himself. I think he was showing a lot of respect, which is a good thing, but maybe stepping off the gas. I think he could have really gave it all and darle todo en la madre, and the dude kind of maybe would have folded. I don't know. When you read notes, it's not really like, let me I don't want to forget to include this. It's kind of like I'm reading the shit to tell you the shit, but it's not inside of me. So I don't know. But would I have a debate? Absolutely. We might have had one or two during the elections, cabrón. Because again, during the elections, the raza, there the internet goes again, right? There was the men for Kamala way. And people think I'm clowning. Oh, you're clowning because you're red or you want to be a coconut. I grew up on the fucking streets. You think I went to college and got groomed by people? The hell? No, that's why people tap in, because they appreciate that. That's where I'm coming from. I'm coming from the neighborhoods, the communities. And now I'm sitting down with those families every single night. And we're talking about finances and how to help them. It's a wonderful thing, man. That's a full redemption right there. So anyways, I would do that, But the political, again, I'm going to tell you guys with the political stuff, that's checkers, man. If you want to stay on the checker level, keep banging politicians. They want you to jock them. Someone sent me a screenshot that says, oh, Norby's is just talking about the president every day. And I'm like, fuck, he ain't got no life. Nada más de hablar, way. The president? That's your life, way? Come on, cabrón. Go to the beach. Get some fucking agua. Get some sun, cabrón. Anyways, it is what it is, I guess, right? There's political channels, but this ain't it. But that's why, like, I like what Lucky said. He said Charlie Kirk going to his grave and you're laughing at him. Wrong. Them ICE snatching up dudes that have been here 20, 30 years, telling them to get out of the country, that's wrong too. But since they're two different political camps, you feel like you have to gangbang and pull out the blue rag or pull out your red rag, depending what political side you vote on, and you're going after each other, and they're laughing the whole time. Because they're like, see, the brown vote is always going to stay divided. All we got to do is throw a couple memes to the internet, and they'll bite. Like that. Let me get some chicle. Let me throw a couple memes to the internet, and they'll stay more divided than ever. Instead of, you know what? We have the internet. How can we use the internet? Oh, I know what we're going to do. We're going to unite. We're going to get all the IG influencers, all the YouTube TikTokers, 500,000, 1 million. We're going to all meet and have a summit. And shit, on my dime, all meet, have a summit, hotels, cars, dinners, all of that. And for the commonality of uniting the brown card. How about that? And then they come to us, they beg us to get in office. Again, it's like the churches. The churches can have differences too. Oh, I baptize in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The other church has beef with that. Oh, I baptize in the name of Jesus. Trust me, all these things have been planted and gaslit to keep the division, man. Got a special guest on Monday. We're going to talk about that. And go says Charlie, man. Get Telly Savalas to show up. Man, I don't know whatever happened to P. Nava. P. Nava. Shout out to P. Nava, man. She got some gatos and just sailed off into the sunset. Who knows what happened to her, man? I know Telly was always up on that. Ruben says, I'm minute way. Check it out. Do you like the idea of the LA Foos versus IE Foos? Because I could do that. I mean, it doesn't have to stay Mexican independence, but I like the whole thing because it's the day of the biggest boxing holidays are Cinco de Mayo and la Independencia Mexicana, güey. ¿Y por qué, güey? Porque nosotros somos los que compramos las más peleas, güey, que nadie, güey. Porque nosotros tenemos el centro de the WBC en México, güey. Porque a nosotros nos encantan las peleas, güey. So, it could change themes. LA Foos versus IE Foos 2026. If that's the way we go, I have a conversation with Coach Al. Mi hermano Coach Al Franco from War Zone. And we'll step in the war zone again. Let's dance. You know, someone asked me, oh, why did you try to, keep on peleando after I sprained the MCL, tore the meniscus? It's because I'm like, I'm going to think like I'm too Mexican. That's why I wanted to keep peleando. I'm too Mexican for my own good. That means if I drop them once, all I need is one knee. And let me just drop them again. Right? That's the confidence. That's peleando, you know what I mean? If you're whooping that ass, it's like you're whooping your little brother's ass and you're just kind of whooping that ass, you know? You're like doing what you want to do. So maybe it's LA Foos versus IE Foos. Again, we're not leaving with animosity, though. This is some internet shit that we could put on, that'll look cool on flyers. It'll look cool on posters and all that. Maybe we'll get little Mr. E involved. Maybe I'll reach out to little Mr. E on IG and see what he says. Shit, they'll probably send me an invoice on. I'll pull up for this price. I respect them because I value my own services too. I don't get mad. Oh, man, he should show up and do it for the raza and all. Well, he's busy, man. Matter of fact, he has an event, a block, Fooville. Fooville is it's actually on my mom's birthday, 10/11. So that day, I'm going to be at the cemetery for like a couple hours, right? I talk to mom. I play her favorite Chente CD. I'm probably going to get that, the Golden Gate iced tea, pistos that have alcohol, a little bit of get a buzz. And then I have a quince that I'm a padrino in. And me and my wife have sponsored. And it's familia. I got a quince that day. So that's why I couldn't go to Fooville. But he said he was going to put some dudes running fades, and I haven't even seen him talk about that. Maybe he's learning. It's just not as easy as it is. Some cabrones are hard to get in the ring. You could be a cabron's like a diva and has all kinds of requests and wants all kinds of things. Give me feathers, give me grapes, give me a limo, and all this so the people can see your hands. It is what it is. Mystery, by the way. Yeah, I commented one on Little Mr. E, and he replied one time, and I think we were talking about, I forgot what it was. I forgot what it was. I got to go back in the DMs. But so he's there, and he replies on Instagram. I should get one of those verified, maybe with the blue check marks. But I'm not at the point where people are fake accounting me for what? What are they gonna fake account me for? There ain't nothing to set up. There ain't nothing to nothing, you know. Bro, invite that prison guard. Wait, yeah, where is he at? Is he over there in SoCal? Okay, Hector Bravo. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. I'm not subscribed. I'm just keep it a buck, gente. On Chicano Tube, I'm mostly subscribed to real estate. I just want to be up on game on the market. And the only ones on the YouTube Yarda, I will tell you this. Chemo for sure. Chemo's Flicks, I'm for sure subscribed to. Pinchy Chemo put me in his last video, cara. Oh, man. That's when the Chester. I can't believe it, man. I can't fucking believe this guy, man. He still will put his face on the internet. He thinks he knows the rules. He knows the game. And he thinks people are going to want to hear an excuse for sticking your chorra in a little girl. Let's see how that works out when they ask you for your paperwork. Let's see how that works out. I don't wish no ill will, because even though the kids, he doesn't take care of them, I'm sure they at least want them alive. I mean, if he doesn't send $1 or even be there all their lives, I'm sure they at least want them, you know. I'd be surprised if he were to reach out and say, hey, fool, you've been talking a lot. Why don't we handle it? That'd be great. Let's just do one round. One round, no time limit until someone breaks. That's called doghouse rules. That's what I would do. One round, no time limits until someone breaks, and we call that doghouse rules. That's the best one. That's when you really want to just kind of, you know, hit the let's address a grudge, you know. Chemo's the keyhole of the YouTube Yard of the Inland. You ain't lying, my boy. He's a general. Well, you know, I'm one of the ones fortunate, Inland. I was there in the YouTube Yarda since the beginning. I might be one of the only ones that has ever met the founder of the YouTube Yarda, OG, Triple OG, off the internet stuff. Have his phone number, talk to him. And he sailed off into the sunset, bro. Last time we communicated, he was doing good. He was working. And so it's called real life, man. It's called real life. But for him to come and set up the YouTube Yarda, OG, Triple OG, I'm the only one that has an interview from him on the internet, bro. He was that's how, like that. He was like, just send me a list of questions, Mikey. He goes, just, you know, just if it's content for your channel, absolutely. And I was like, shit, absolutely. I asked him questions. I asked him if he ever hit a linea, state blues, caught the bus, bad removals. I asked him all that stuff that was more YouTube Yarda stuff, but I'm subscribed to Chemo, Homie Hangout, American Cholo, Hood Stocks, Hater World. Immediately on Chicano Tube. Now the backup channel has everybody. So if anyone throws a jab or a chingazo on the backup channel, which is the name on this thumbnail, Chicano Street TV, that's where I have the other peleas. If you're looking for the other content creator ones, I have them over there. I have them on that one. At some point, for some reason, I wanted to throw them over there. I don't know. But they're over there. If you guys want Chicano Street TV. There, I'm subscribed to everyone. So if everyone's like, oh, man, I don't be in the chat, or I don't be in the chat too much. I don't really got the time. You know, the studio wishes I would fucking fire the lights on and go harder, go more, do phone calls, which we're going to get back to. We're just kind of, it's tamale season, so calmala, you know. Message hell for review. Order like a shooting shot. I told Pinaba 3 years ago to call me on YouTube. She never did. Damn, man. But you shot your shot. You shot your shot. No regrets if you shoot your shot. You know what I mean? The regret is if you didn't shoot your shot. Wait. You know? Man, don't talk shit. Yo, gang. We everywhere. F trooping. That's right. Okay, F troop. That's Santa Ana. I'm pretty sure that's Santa Ana, right? Santa Ana's in the casa. Again, I didn't know about any of these things until you hit the state. Once I hit the state, then it started, you know, because there you see old Orange County buses, San Bernardino, LA, and all that stuff. And that's where I started, you know, seeing other neighborhoods. And I was like, okay, that's not over here for sure. California, north, south, birth, no baja. That's right, man. P-Dog says, this is a Cheeseman channel. Why? Because you came in when I was talking about the chomo? Okay, wait. So I was talking about 6 IE Foos tapped in with me. And they said they want to run it. Some of them have boxing experience. I started following all of them. I went to their IG profiles. And I said, what if we did a team IE and a team LA? And of course, we'll put out some killer graphics. It'll be good. We'll make a banner for each of them, but it has to be premised on respect. We ain't leaving this thing without shaking hands as men, or else I ain't doing it. I ain't gonna waste my time. You know what I mean? I don't got the time for that. But if we go shake hands, okay, we ran it. The people would get good content. We'll do short rounds again, because if I have 6 IE fools that checked in with me, how many people would be Team LA? So I'm thinking of just having different options to theme it, different themes, but it'll always land Boxing Week. Because if you notice, man, Boxing Week, it's either Cinco de Mayo or La Independencia. Fight content is just out there. It's popping, you know. And they're always trying to put the best on there. Even though this time Vargas Jr., he got outboxed, man. That dude, King Callum, he was throwing. You could hear the shots to the body. Thump, thump, thump. Vargas Jr. was trying to box on the outside. I think there was one knockdown that was not ruled a knockdown. That could have affected the scorecards. I thought Vargas hit him, and because of a punch, he fell down. But they're saying it's a slip, but was never really stopped in the moment. Like they'll do it in the in football and review this, or they don't review nothing. You got to keep going. Time is of the essence. Every second matters because there's a protocol. There's a, you know, it's real strict. It's boxing, right? But King Callum put hands on him. Anyways. Man, that's right. I can't wait for this fight. IE versus LA. You want to see it, cabron? I might as well just tell the designer, make a design. The design will stir the pot more. But again, good intentions. Why not? I will tell you this. I mean, I can't say it for certain, but Snowman would be interested. And someone from Team LA might be interested now in seeing Snowman next September. Again, primeramente Dios, we get there. Come on, primeramente Dios, we get there. Can't promise nothing. But I think Snowman will want to get involved. Snowman and Lucky. Imagine that one. Chinga, man. That would thump, huh? That would be 100,000 views. We'd have to work that out. Yeah, there'll be a percentage now. Now we have to work out percentages now, right, on that one. A $5 pay-per-view won't break the bank. Come on, a $5. We had about 300 live, and that was just on YouTube. So then there's some people that were on, I don't know what the IG number was, to be honest with you. And I didn't see it on, I don't think we didn't stream it to Facebook. Only 2 phones, okay? One YouTube and one IG. F Troop says, IE fools, I know, cabron. Okay, you guys are getting into it. I know I've seen it, cabron. It's not my area, so I don't stir the pot. It's not my area. But 6 IE fools got a hold of me and said they want to thump. And I said, the light went off, and I said, well, shit. They're in the comment sections all the time. How many people will jump from the comment section to end the ring? Not many. I'll tell you that. Not many. Oh, and the chavala risky también. Oh, hey, now you have to stare at yourself for the rest of your life. Look in that mirror and know you ducked my fade. And que te encanta toca niños on YouTube. Now look at yourself in the mirror, knowing those two things, and call yourself a Mexican man. All right, last ones. It's almost 2. Foos. Already getting into it. And I don't even know, where did this all come from? Did it just come from, is this something I don't know? Like, did it come from behind the walls, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to ask next time I talk to someone, if someone could tell me, was this something? And it wasn't just some internet mamada? Because to me, I was thinking chat, internet, bullshit. But I never heard it. And it's, I don't know the origins of the whole thing. So whether it's just puro pedo internet is one thing, whether it was some serio pedo, and I don't know it, I have to admit, I'm very ignorant. Snowman was a badass G. I didn't even know Snowman's brother was going to be there, bro. I think two of his brothers. I want to say two of his brothers were there. And of course, the Hater World, the 200 Boys was there. So shout out to G the Barber from the 200 Boys podcast, Opina and Droops. Shout out to all of them. They were there as well. So that was popping. Thanksgiving boxing. I know Thanksgiving boxing is good too, way, because estás ahí comiendo y estás todo lleno, and then you get to see some peleas. I know people see football. We did it last year, but you already saw with that pendejo who, man, I couldn't even get hit for everything that dude did. I couldn't even get an apology, bro. I couldn't even get an apology, and that's all it would have took for me. But instead, he sent me a text message. Well, this, well, that. It was all just puros pretextos. And I'm like, dead issue. And let's move on. That's all I told him. Dead issue, let's move on. I'm living my life, man. That's it. The dude could have waited because it was a pay-per-view and it was going to be processed and uploaded. He could have waited, but he hit the parking lot outside and started texting people. And the same people got a hold of me. And we're looking out for your boy, telling me how this dude's making moves, which they know what's right and what's wrong. Come on, man. But anyways, shout out to P-Dog, shout out to Risky. Let me ask you this, P-Dog. How do you see that situation? The Toca Niño situation. Because, certain things do translate over from the streets and into whether you're no longer living on the calles or under those codes, they still are adapted. We still adhere to certain things. You're not going to mess with our women, and you're not going to mess with our children. But how would P-Dog see it? Maybe, I don't know if you've ever been behind the walls, and you might not see it from that aspect, but that situation. Would you defend it? Would you be like, well, she did provide 10 IDs, and or would you be like, I'm cool. Bro, you don't have that kind of judgment, you can't be around my family. But maybe I see things differently. I don't know. He says the 200-pounder boys. Is that a fucking a jab? Like, what's it called? The hamburger? Is that what you're saying? Like the quarter pounder with cheese or quién sabe qué? There's jabs like that for anyone. You could make, the internet's good at making them for any channel. Me, I don't have no beeps. The only pendejos are the ones that have tried to come after me. So you try to come after me like that chavala Risky. Why do you keep deleting comments? Because you don't like to get it? You're a pinche paisa sin barrio. That's it. So use the internet how you want. It's a free country. No, Jimenez, I don't want to be your friend. Chicanismo, United Safe Journey, everybody. That's right. Be safe, cabron. Wherever you're at, man, safe journey. The Lord guide your feet. Be safe, cabron. Watch out. Keep trucha, man. I've seen a lot of videos. Crazy shit happens. Fucking cars blow red lights. Things explode. I've seen rolling boulders down hills on mountains when you're driving through like Colinga and those kind of back roads. Just always keep trucha, everybody, and be aware at all times of your surroundings. Don't ever be in the zen zone and just, you're drifting on a memory. He says it's all bad. That's right. You're not gonna mess with our, yeah, you're not gonna mess with our kids. But again, someone could say, hey, man, she was 14 but had 20 IDs. Or there's two kind of people. There's the stern by the book and rules, which is we don't even want to hear what you got to say after the offense because you have self-admitted it. And there's the other people that you can call sympathizers. They'll want to hear how bad the assailant life was. It's kind of when they spin it around, right? The victim, should be in the right, but nowadays in the United States, because the assailant, the one that did all the harm, has a sad story, people want to start hearing out the, oh my gosh, yeah, he took out 3 people, but man, he had a tough life. 2 types of people. Which one are you? Sin barrio don't mean nothing. Well, it the only thing it means is, it's like if I were to put out rap music, right? Say I put some Easy E, real motherfucking shit. No. But I'm a lame ass square paisa sin barrio. It's not gonna have the same impact as if you've seen Lucky from Hoodstocks rolling in a black 64 convertible bumping that same song. That's what that means. So there is context to it. It's not just thin air. But I get it. Hey, bro, maybe you think Risky some kind of critical thinker or intellectual on your level, but let me tell you, P-Dog, you're about 100 levels higher of an IQ than him. But I get it. He's a blue-collar guy who is just trying to stay here in the United States. He wants to stay here. So I know he liked when I said, bring residency and amnesty and just wipe the board clean, because that would help his situation. But you want to talk shit, I'm open to talking shit. I'm a pretty good shit talker. I'm pretty good. I'm not the best, but I'm pretty good. Because ever since my parents named me, I'm actually junior. My father's senior, right? Ever since my parents named me, which is on the birth certificate, okay, my father's name, I'm a junior, he's a senior. You're probably not going to believe this, but my parents have never one time called me by my legal name, first name. They always call me Michael. Since 1981, I was born January 14th of 1981. I never heard them call me that. And I'm glad they didn't try to spell that on the birth certificate, because I seen my mom one time write it and she put Maico. And it would have been straight from Mexico. Believe that. So since my parents never called me that, but they named me Junior like my father, I'm Mike. I hope that makes sense. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. That's what I say, F Troop. But this year, a lot of sympathizers that came out on the YouTube Yarda, and they're like, well, let me hear his case. Let me hear. Or maybe they have a background with the guy, a history with the guy. Oh, man, I've never done videos with that dude. Oh, I did videos with the dude. I know him off the internet and all that. Okay, I get it. But then January 2025 happens. And you find out that for years, matter of fact, there's a DM that he is telling his best friend, oh, I think it's about my baby mama. I think it's about my baby mama. Oh, so the best friend was hiding it too? And the real reason he's not on Megan's Law is because their parents never called. If the parents would have picked up the phone, here's a fact. He would have been on Megan's Law. Here we go. Well, you're low-key imposing want politics on your chat, but you're the one speaking on it. It's politics. I know politics has been trending, bro. I don't give a shit about them, bro. Red or blue. I think it's a buzz killer. This is not the fucking Trump channel. If you think it's a Trump channel, you might want to unsubscribe. Am I conservative? Absolutely. I do lean way more right. What will I do when there's two candidates? I'll always vote for the lesser of the two evil. But no soy pendejo. Wait till you see the guest on Monday, P-Dog. I'm pretty certain we're going to get struck. We're going to catch a strike on Monday because he is going to let us know who is really running this world. He's going to let us know that politics are such a low level when it comes to creating conversations that just wait till Monday, cabrón. Wait till Monday. I think you're going to like the show. Are you not bound to something because you're raising your hand? Am I not bound to something? I do believe in oaths. I do believe that you take an oath that you are held to it because the Lord in the Bible, he holds you to it as well. There's many times in the Old Testament, they says that it actually says it. Look in the concordance. Just look at these searches. It says Lord and vow. Look up those two words intertwined and see how many verses come up. Lord and vow. And there will be times in the Bible where it says the Lord takes thou vows seriously. So I do believe in that. Oh yeah, just like an officer will solemnly swear. Not like as far as like being a citizen and all that. You know, being a U.S. citizen doesn't mean you can't have your own opinion. I don't necessarily agree with people burning a pile of American flags, but then I don't disagree that they don't have that they have the right to do it. Or I'm not going to disagree that they don't have the right to do it. Hopefully that made sense. So I get it, man. So, yeah, I guess it's by case way. He says, where's the Epstein document? Bro, none of us would ever be, it's going to stay an internet talking point. None of us are ready for the Epstein list. None of us are, bro. None of us are. Let me tell you, Ozark, why. Ozark. None of us are ready to hear that the most popular singers in the world, the most popular actors in the world, the most popular politicians in the world, the most popular celebrities in the world, no one is ready to truly hear that their favorite personalities went to an island y tocaban niños. No one is ready for that. The news cannot produce enough content. It'll implode. The news will implode if that list ever gets dropped. None of us are ready for that. Whether it's your favorite influencer, it's your favorite guru, it's your favorite doctor, professor, hobbyist, celebrity, influencer. You won't want to admit it when the list comes out that they went to an island y tocaban niños. You won't want to admit it. So it hurts everyone for that list to come out that's in power right now. So it's not coming out, bro. So just leave it as a talking point for the internet, bro. It's not going to come out, man. Checking in, Pacoimas in the casa. That's right, my boy. I appreciate you, cabron. That's right, Pacas has been in the casa. How far is that, cabron? We got... I don't know if we're going to do it at the Rialto location next year or the Upland location, but we're going to be back in SoCal for maybe LA Foos versus IE Foos. I'm planting the seed right now, and let's see, if it grows legs. You know what I mean? One of the oldest barrios in Ethiopia. Yeah, they've been finding, bro, scripts and pieces, and it's not most of them aren't part of the original canon. You'll still have your Thomas and Magdalene, Mary Magdalene, and other books. Judas, they've been finding them in Africa, in the pinche montañas, like in the 17th and 16th century. They've been finding other pieces of it, and I think that's what makes the Bible beautiful. It's not all written by one person. It's written by different people, but so beautifully synced together to bring about a story that people can't deny. I mean, the most popular person in America, in history, the most popular, the most Googled, the most viewed, the most searched is always Jesus, man. Nobody ready. That's right. His dubs are low for what the next in the Oh man, I said this. I don't know if you could take it the wrong way or whatnot, but every time I attach myself to fucking being online with someone that can't be out in public, I get all the trolls of hell come after me, bro. You think I like that? All the trolls in hell, and my moderators are having to chop people down. So if you can't be out in public, don't get a hold of me. I just want to keep it like that. I'm not some kind of high powered dude. I'm a family man. I'm a businessman. But if you can't be out in public, probably be best not to get a hold of me. Kids, because I'll do life for my family. I'll do life for my family. Damn, that's crazy, bro. I know, I know. Let's just pray. Pray. You never have to put yourself in that position, bro. It just depends. ¿Qué estás haciendo, güey? At what point in your life? If you're still in the have to get it out of your system and you still have to catch the bus and do what you got to do, get it out of your system, way. I mean, I don't want you to stare at the wall, but if you have like a short little turnaround, less than 10 wino time, get it out of your system, man. Stare at the wall for 5, 7, 10, and then finally just get your own trade, career, family, have your children, then look out for their future, do better than our parents did for us. My parents didn't want me to work in the fields. They worked in the fields. They wanted me to do better. Now in one check in one day, I make what my parents would make in a year. But it's just because I leveled up, man. So is Trump on the list? Will you be a sympathizer? Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So what was crazy was, I don't know, I can't believe everything on the news neither. Anything that comes behind a podium, even if it's a top public figure like FBI director or whatever. But what was crazy is I think it was either the director or someone that saw the documents they're not releasing. Oh, and it was even on a show. It was on a show of the Epstein survivors. That's right. There was like 10, 15 Epstein survivors on a panel show, and they asked them también, was Trump's name on the list? Have you ever seen him? Did you ever hear talk about him? These are people that were on the island for months. There's real life victims in this thing. That's why it shouldn't be swept under the carpet. I do believe justice needs closure. Justice needs closure for the families and for oneself. So they said no, and I think it was the FBI director también, but I don't know. It could just be, I'm the president telling him to say that. I know. Bro, but if you think I'm writing, I'm not, bro. I'm not, bro. It could have been Obama with no term limits, and he could have been our president for 20 years now, and I would have gave the same shit. I would have gave the same flying rip. And you might not believe me, but it's just because I've been expressive lately. People want to come after me. Bro, I'm always going to preach. You get that shit off your chest and you say it loud. Whatever you got to say it loud. Anyone trying to shut you up, Chale Street. I Foos, peace. LA Foos. The LA Foos, at least put where you're, where you're from in LA. At least put where, the neighborhood or the city, Downey, or wherever. I don't know. Put something though. IE también. Put it, because I don't know where the line is. What cities are IE, and then what cities are LA. I remember one time hearing a conversation, and it was two guys, and the one guy told the other guy, I kid you not, this is word for word, this is what I heard, right? Behind the walls. I heard this behind the walls. I think it was in reception. And the one guy told the other guy, he goes, so are you from LA or are you from Norwalk? And that's why it didn't click, because I don't know the region. I don't know, but then I got it. Okay. The dude was probably tired of just people saying LA, but they're not within LA County. Like here, you would have to be from a city in Monterey County to say you're from Monterey County. Common sense, 2 + 2, right? You have to be a city in LA County to be considered LA, or am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. It's a commitment thing. That's right. Commitment soldier. I appreciate you. Orale, commitment soldier. Que hable contigo, man. We're just here talking about maybe next year has been such a good turnout at Mexican Independence Day sparring. We might do LA Foos versus IE Foos. I had 6 people from IE, probably because of Snowman. Go and trip out on the commitment soldier, trip out on the video. It already got like 20,000 views. When he threw down with another heavyweight from Denver, they threw chingazos. I mean, hard ones. Shout out to Bobby G, Elvia Cadena, Loca de Boyle Heights, my buddy Ed from Proper Frenchies, and his beautiful wife, Ellie. Shout out to everyone that came. You can see the video, bro. They were betting rounds, cabrón. They're betting 200 a round, 300 a round, 500 a round. People were telling me I was winning them money. More people came, told me I was winning them money. I think one person, but again, I'm in the zone. I think one person told me that they lost a round or a round. And I don't know, man. Blue Devil versus Pocho. Man, that dude, all I know, and I'm not talking about Blue Devil. I'm not talking about Blue Devil, but that other dude, there's pictures of that dude on the internet. Birthday suit with plugs in his body. That dude is even doing videos out on the internet still blows my mind away. Not just that, there was an active investigation by a PD department and had some accusations, some women on that dude. So that dude is another dude I can't mess with. I can't touch him with a 100-yard pole. There's, how could you come back from that? Imagine you're with the fellas and all that, and then all of a sudden, that happens. You start there's photos on the internet with you, you know what I mean, in your birthday suit. And you think you're gonna come kicking on the bleachers with the fellas? You gotta live with that the rest of your motherfucking life. You, not me. Mike Salinas, next fight show needs to be done before 9/16. Definitely a gang of homies in the Inland Empire and homies will show up. Next fight needs to be done before. Oh, you mean do it Cinco de Mayo? I'm all for it, cabrón. I'm all for doing this shit. Again, we got locations in Rialto and Upland. We already used the Upland facility. We did Arizona last November. It was just the year flew by away. It just flew by. I couldn't do anything else. I was refocusing on trabajo way, because all of a sudden my phone's been blowing up. Gracias a Dios. But I wanted to at least give a free one for the people. But you see how this thing is just, I got 6 IE Foos tapped in. Said they want to run it. I'm like, would you run it with LA Foos? They're like, absolutely. And probably Snowman might be captain of the team. You never know. Snowman will probably be the team captain. Maybe we'll have the team captains run it in the end. Or anytime there's a close round, the team captains will run a 60-second fade to decide. We'll come up with something interesting, but that would be a good design, a good poster, a good flyer. Not everyone knows 2 + 2 is 4. I know. And then they get mad, 2 + 2 is 7. They'll scream at you with fucking rainbow colored hair, and they believe unicorns are flying through the sky, bro. It's 2025. I don't knock it, you know, just hopefully it's not mental health where people just, common sense is leaving, bro. Common sense is leaving, you know what I mean? Like that one pendejo with the 16-year-old that he couldn't tell she was 16. I don't give a shit if she gave you 20 IDs. You can't tell? Someone sent me a screenshot and it says the times in Babylon. And I'm like, yeah, that's that guru sauce that he hypnotizes the people with. Mija, ven pa acá, mija. Let me tell you, mija, about the times in Babylon. Siéntate pa acá. Let me tell you. Did you know about that? Vente, mija. Be like Crucito in the back of the lowrider, the bomb, huh? Te voy a pintar. What a disgrace. Bud Crawford is actually a good wrestler. His speedy, bro, people were getting mad at me, and I said Bud Crawford has more tools than Canelo. They're throwing at me, right? Yeah, this. You know how the internet is, right? Half of them love you, half of them hate you. And I'm like, no, Crawford has more tools, and they told me to pick, and I couldn't pick. This was on a panel with Cholo Trucker, mi amigo, what was his name? Dominic, Domingo. I forgot his name, man. Good dude. And Mile High. I couldn't pick. Mile High picked Crawford. I wonder if he put money on it. Shit. Stay solid and genuine. That's right. And everyone's definition of solid is different, cabron. There's a street solid, right? There's a street solid, snitching, ratting, telling, dropping your flag and rolling it up. There's that right there. Then there's my definition of solid is Dios, familia, cultura, take care of your wife, teach your children, want better for them, make memories with them, put them first. And that's my solid. And then there's some people's solid that could be both. The street solid and being a real man solid. Maybe there's some people that say both of those are the same thing, I don't know. Taz from Fresno wants to step in the ring. Next event, Mikey. Taz got a hold of me one time, and he said he wanted to throw chingazos with, it was a while ago, bro. I had already done the first show with stories written by a current prisoner. And Taz got a hold of me, and he had a beef with someone. I don't know who it was. I can't remember who it was, but he's like, let's run it. Usually if someone reaches out to me, I'll go ahead and reach out to the other party. If the other party doesn't respond, it's because they're tucking their tail. I mean, I would respond. If someone sent me a text, hey, this dude wants to run a fade, I would at least respond, But a lot of people kind of, and I'm not talking about superstars that are going to want money, just YouTubers, kind of left me on red. I can get a location in San Fernando. That's right, cabron. Well, right now, Rialto and Upland, because war zone boxing. But I appreciate you, Commitment Soldier. Hey, gracias, man. I appreciate you. Gracias, cabron. I want to make sure I'm following you, Way. If I'm not, I'm on IG. I'm on all platforms, Chicano Tube. I'll look it up after I get off this live, cabron. But thank you, man. But there's IE Foos and there's LA Foos. It might turn into something. We'll see. San Fernando is Pinava lives. Yeah, I think I know. I think it's north of LA, right? There's a couple counties before you get to LA, right? All I know is that, man, next thing you know, boom, I'm in Hollywood. You know what I mean? I'm going down. Usually the 101 is more scenic, or the 5 if I want to go faster. Yo, I expect to be better from you in the ring. For sure, I want to say, you got to give me a 10-8 round, the first one, because a knockdown is a 10-8 round. And then the next second or third round, 10-9s. Even if we just stopped it, the 5 rounds at that, that's already a split for me. But maybe I'm being biased, way. I mean, one knockdown is at least a knockdown, way. Once Mile High started to come forward, pressure, it really took his hand speed. It put him on his back foot. You meant the pressure by Snowman? Because, yeah, you're right. He was setting up a lot of combinations where Mile High was slipping 90%, rolling and slipping over 90%. He's good at that. Really good with the shell. Yes, sir. That's right. You just said what I said this morning. That's right, Commitment Soldier. I appreciate you, my boy. I appreciate you, carnal. That's right. Have you talked about Celeste Hernandez? Oh, man. No, I haven't, cabron, because every time I do a show at the studio, I bring up through my DM, which you guys send me. And Celeste, trust me, I got it sent like 2-3 times where it's always, remember the last show, I had to cut it short. I had to go to San Jose. I had a casa appointment. I had to be over there by 7. So from 5 to 7 went by like that. And then San Jose is 45 minutes. So I got to head north on the 101, wait, 45. But I haven't. But, oh, man, I don't even know where to start with that one. It's crazy. Again, 90% of it is negative, just like on the internet. 90% is division. 90% is hatred. 90% is que la avientas a otro. And 9 times out of 10, they want us brown going after brown. That's where everyone's happy. I've been pushing the unity thing since the new year, man. All right, it's 2 o'clock. Let's wrap it up. No reverse. Round 1, clearly. Snowman. Round 2. Mile High. Okay. So you're saying, I said it was a draw. I don't know if you knew that, way. I said it was a draw. But if we have LA Foos and IE Foos, then it's going to change up. That one's going to be interesting. All right, I'll let you guys go. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street, beautiful Linda Raza. I'm out. 6 IE Foos tapped in with me and said they love to run it. Should we make an LA versus IE Foos Cinco de Mayo? Comment below. I'll catch you guys. back on Chicano Street when we're in the studio. Follow me on IG, Facebook, and TikTok. All of them, Chicano Tube. You guys, I'm out.